Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit over rakeandprofit.com, coming back to you with another video. And I'm getting ready to send out 25 books to Amazon FBA. And I wanted to talk about, is it okay to sell books that are over a 1 million rank on Amazon FBA? A lot of people, they avoid books that have a rank of over 1 million, even over 2 million. And I want to say right now that it's okay to sell books that are ranked over 1 million. And I'm going to get into a couple of reasons, okay? So first and foremost, all because a book is ranked 1 million or more, it doesn't mean that it's going to take forever to sell. The way sales rank works, typically with books, is once a book sells, it'll drop down to around 100,000 rank from my understanding. And if that book doesn't sell for a day, a week, a month, it's just going to continue rising up in rank. So if you see a book that's 200,000 rank, you might think, wow, that book is so much better than a 1 million rank book, but it just might have sold a couple days ago. Now, I've noticed from my experience that the higher the velocity, the more the book sells on a consistent basis, the more it'll kind of stay down at a lower rank. And if that book really doesn't sell very often, it seems to kind of pop up a bit higher to those, 500,000, million, 2 million ranked books. But again, all because the book is ranked over 1 million, it doesn't mean it's going to take months and months to sell. And also you got to consider how much money you're spending. I mean, if you're only spending $1, I actually got all these books from my buddy Brandon. Big shout out to Brandon over at Retro Junk, over at his establishment. The owner at the building had, I guess, picked up all these books from a clean out, and I ended up getting a bunch of them. So big shout out to Brandon. But I'm only in these for about $1 each, and a lot of them are selling for, $15, $20 each, making $4, $5, $6 profit. And I'm okay with having them sit for a couple months if I can make 500% on my money. Another thing to consider as well is how much space you have in your inventory. Amazon has these new rules that they've come out with where they're only allowing you to sell a certain amount of inventory. Right now, mine is capped at 1,000. Yours might be a couple thousand, but 1,000 is the lowest. So if you're getting close to that number and you want to get your inventory limit increased, a lot of that's going to come down to your sell-through rate and your sales velocity. So if you have a lot of longer tail books, and these are a bit longer tail, once you get to 1 million or more, that could hurt your sell-through rate and your ability to get your inventory increased. Now, I know a couple weeks ago they came out with some news saying they're going to be opening up the amount of inventory that you can have. I'm not sure to what extent, so definitely stay posted for that news. Another thing, when you come across books like these that are ranked 1 million or more, and out of these 25 books that I'm sending out, I'm actually going to make, my buy cost was $45.99. My profit should be around $4.63. Again, that's give or take because some of these things might not sell. That's just, supposing that all these sell at full price, which sometimes you have to lower the price and whatnot. Average sales rank is 1.4 million out of these 25 products, 25 SKUs. But do your research on Keepa. I highly recommend that you have the Keepa Chrome extension on your computer, and Keepa is going to give you a history of the item, the history of the sales rank, history of what it's been selling for, where the buy box has been over the last 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. And you can take a look to get a better idea of, how often the item is selling. Also, if you use Scout IQ, if you scan the book, that'll pretty much pull the same data through the eScore and let you know how many times it's sold. So a lot of these are over 1 million rank, but a lot of these eScores are more than 10, which means they've had more than 10 sales over a 6-month period. So checking out the eScore, using the Keepa Chrome extension to get a better feel, knowing how much money you're in for these books. If you're getting these things dirt cheap, then, it's okay to hold on to some of these things for 6, 8, 9 months. The storage should be pretty cheap before then. And also just, having an understanding of where your inventory stock limit is, what are your goals. Obviously the more long tail books you have in your inventory that aren't selling and, they're incurring some storage fees, they're hurting your ability to raise your inventory stock limit because Amazon wants you to have fast selling inventory. But if the margins are there, if the risk and reward really weighs out, don't avoid books that are over 1 million. I would say once you start getting over 2 million, you really want to be careful, really look deeper into the eScore, really look deeper into the Keepa charts, really, ask yourself, does the risk and reward weigh out? I really wouldn't want to spend $3 on a book that is only going to make $8 profit with a 3.5 million rank. The eScore is at like 2 or 3. It just might not be worth it because of that opportunity cost. And there's so many books that I could source and flip and turn quicker. So just want to make a little video. I'm getting ready to label these items up, send them out to Amazon FBA. But hopefully this video helped, and go out there, keep on picking and making that money, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.